Welcome back, folks. In Iowa, the postseason begins next week for volleyball, and teams, they're putting their final tweaks in place to ensure a deep run into the postseason. Now, one of those teams would be the 10th-ranked Bishop Heelan Crusaders. The Crew, they were taking on Lamar's in a little MRAC action. We'll pick things up early in the first set. This kill attempt here, it's blocked. Bulldogs, they're able to recover. They send it over, but Maddie LaFleur gets a little tricky with the dink to pick up a point. Heelan jumps out to a lead. Lamar's trying to hang in there. They set up Alexa Worth. First one's defended, but as if it's on a yo-yo, Worth pulls the string back and slams it down for a point here for the Bulldogs. Set point early on. Crusaders go middle to Melina Snoozy, who puts this one to bed. Heelan wins in straight sets. Over in Hinton, the second-ranked Blackhawks taking on Galen Catholic in a battle of the birds. Second set, off the serve. Hinton stays middle, and Avery Burgad comes up with the no-doubter. The senior puts the Hawks in front early in the set. Jays looking to respond. Kate Bonderson brings the hammer down on this kill attempt. It rattles off Hinton, hands and out of bounds to pick up a point for Galen Catholic. The Blackhawks, just a little too much in this one. This time, it's Gabby Friesen coming in with the thunder and picking up a kill. We'll go all the way to match point now. Blackhawks, they set up Andy Joe Walker, and the senior gets just enough on this one to get the job done as Hinton wins this one in sweeping fashion. Back to Sioux City. Siouxland Christian has a tough battle with 9th-ranked Ridgeview. Set one off the serve. Raptors get it to the outside where Rowan Jensen runs up to hammer down the kill. No stopping Jensen on that one. Then things go back and forth over the net, but Siouxland Christian eventually takes control, sent up the middle where Maddie Holmes hits the little spiral that lands just inside the line for a point there. Eagles, they keep fighting to keep the ball up. This time, it's Jaylee Koiker finding some open space. She slams down the kill there. But the Raptors, they continue to run away with this one. Out on the left side, it's Kiara Luscombe getting this one to fly right off the fingertips. Ridgeview takes the sweep, 3-0. Out to Moville, Woodbury Central, they're battling 15th-ranked River Valley. We'll pick things up in set three. Woodbury Central gets the nice dig to take control. Then Lexi Gilbert gives the subtle push right to the open hardwood for the point. Wildcats, they keep on rolling with it. Later, they set up Gilbert on the outside. She drops the hammer to the hardwood for a kill. But River Valley would continue to show off their own moves. Here's Addie Law, not dropping the hammer, dropping the gavel on this one. That'll tie the game up at 11-11. Wolverines proceed to just run away with it. Off the dig, here's Sonny Todd sending this ball right back where it came from. River Valley takes the win in this one, 3-0.